Welcome and welcome back, Galadon. And my fellow fans of Clash of Clans. It's true, I've been gone for a week. We had a long road trip vacation. Be sure to stop by a live stream if you want to hear the highlights and the lowlights of that vacation. Yes, I'll be talking about it all this week. But right now, we are talking about, well, okay, this is a video that I've been reluctant to make, but I keep on seeing comments on my videos in social media about people thinking that Clash of Clans is in trouble, that Clash of Clans is dying, that Clash of Clans is suffering, becoming desperate, jumping the shark, whatever you want to call it. So I thought, okay, fine. I will address this issue and kind of go over some of the reasoning that people have for this. And at the end of the video, a shocking revelation and my personal opinion about this whole issue. But let's start with the obvious. We obviously know that most recently Clash of Clans did increase the price of the gold pass, right? From $4.99 to $6.99, and many were shocked. Others were surprised that there was not the introduction of a diamond pass in Clash of Clans that could be even more expensive, a la Clash Royale. Now, yes, of course, there's inflation. Everything gets more expensive over time, and we should expect that probably things like this wouldn't stay fixed forever. But you did notice, although the cost of the gold pass went up, the cost of gems did not change. Now, of course, raising the cost of gems, pretty much unheard of and would be a suicidal marketing tactic. However, there have been changes to gems recently if you've had a chance to look at the gem menu. Now, many of you are free to play and you never look over here, but yes, all of the images for the gems and the boxes, the bags themselves have been altered, and then you have this somewhat misleading little percentage number next to it. So here you can see the new gems and the old gems, and yeah, wow, the new gems, look at the 80 gems, for instance. Looks way more impressive, right? And then, look, if you buy 14,000 gems, you're getting 63% more gems than what, than you would have gotten if you bought 14,000 gems, 80 gems at a time, given the percentage increase in the cost of the gems versus buying 80 gems and 14. It's a little bit complicated. It technically, mathematically works out that yes, it is more, but the problem is the image being changed like that suddenly does make it look as if you're getting more for your money, or there is some sort of bonus. Lots of players were misled into thinking they were getting more free gems than before, and that led to, of course, many issues with player support and apparently player refunds. Some players even apparently got free gems. I don't even know if that's a real thing, but okay, obviously it was a marketing tactic that was somewhat flawed. Gems cost the same that they did before, they're just prettier gems now, right? And okay, whatever, fine. So Clash of Clans needs more money to pay for the bills and to pay for the people that are working on the game. I understand this, and none of us should be surprised by these small increases like the cost of the gold pass. And again, I don't think gems are ever going to go up in price. But overall, over the history, and let's take a look at this through Google Trends, okay? You can see that if we look at the interest, the general interest on the internet of the game Clash of Clans, it obviously peaked back in 2015 or 16 and has been declining ever since. But if you also look at Clash Royale and Brawl Stars, you'll see that there's a similar trend, this increase in interest early on in the game, and then over time things tend to kind of cool off. You can get this information and a lot of other really cool information from trends.google.com. In fact, check this out. The Philippines, still the #1 country of interest for Clash of Clans. That's how it was almost 10 years ago. It's exciting to see so many passionate Filipinos still playing Clash every single day. But the game overall is not suffering or hurting for active users. It just seems like the general interest has decreased, while of course prices have increased. Also, I haven't checked to see if package prices are more than they used to be. Like, for instance, the cost, and because there's so many different moving parts to these packages, it's hard to see if the package prices have changed. I would guess they likely have not, but did you notice the packages are larger than they used to be, it seems like players are being offered the opportunity to spend more on more runes, more books, and more potions than they used to. And this obviously can be another big source of revenue for Supercell. I don't see this as a problem for the game at all. I think that's just smart marketing. I've always said that you should give players an opportunity to spend as much as they want, because those big spenders are going to make the game stick around longer for the rest of us free-to-play players. And I know I said us, but you know what I mean. Okay, now on to the troubling part of today's episode, and really the only portion of this whole issue that I have a problem with, and that is, and I've noticed this personally, tell me if you agree down in the comments, but I would say since the release of Town Hall 15, right around a year ago, things seemed to undergo a change with the quality of the game as far as it being bug-free. You never used to see bugs, crashes, things like that. They were extremely rare in Clash of Clans back in the day. Back even, like I said, before a year ago. But for some reason, in the past year, there have been way more bugs than we ever saw in Clash. Now, I don't know what the cause of this change could be, because there's many different possibilities. We don't know if the size of the Clash of Clans team has adjusted. Maybe the team is smaller. Maybe they've moved some responsibilities into the team so that they're dealing with more. Maybe there's different leadership. Maybe there's different members altogether. None of this stuff is public information. So we don't know what could have possibly changed behind the scenes. Now, there also could be other changes to code or requirements through the Play stores that have caused these things as well. That's why I would never convict Clash of Clans of screwing up more. We just don't know the answers. And while, yes, it's a little bit annoying to have the occasional crash, the bug, or the glitch that you see in the game, to be honest, I feel like Clash of Clans was always way above average when it came to the smoothness in which the game ran. And now, yes, it's inconvenient, but it's not like the game's unplayable, but it's just a curious fact. I'm wondering why this has happened, and I don't think any of us will ever know the answer, but I would be actually fascinated to find out. Maybe I'll actually ask Darian. What do you guys think? Is that a bold question to ask Darian to see if there's an explanation for that? I don't know. Let me know, again, what you guys think down in the comments, and if you agree with that opinion or not. I've seen that a lot in my YouTube comments. People saying that Clash of Clans is more buggy than it used to be. And obviously, the game just becomes more and more complicated when you think about the insane amount of code that has to go into making an alteration to a Town Hall 15 base, right? So maybe that, with all of the other additions of new features, new challenges in the game, that has just been a little bit overwhelming for what is still considered in the industry standard to be an extremely small team of engineers, programmers, designers that are working on Clash of Clans. That's always been the style that Supercell has. All of their game teams are really small, way smaller than any of those other games that you're out there playing, and that could be part of the problem. Maybe they're getting a little bit overwhelmed. Maybe they've got other projects that they're working on. We've seen all these other games like MO.co and Clash Heroes and many, many others that are under works, some that I can't even talk about, that are extremely exciting, by the way. But I'm just saying, yeah, there's a lot going on, and you never know what's happening behind the scenes. So for everybody else, yes, Clash of Clans has undergone some changes. Yes, they are trying to maintain revenues. No, I don't think the game is in trouble. In fact, I think Clash is in a pretty good spot right now, and excitement is going to start to build towards Town Hall 16. In the meantime, the meta is well balanced and not too focused on any one attack. There's lots to do for every single player, whether it's clan capital, builder base, or at the home village. There's weekly, daily activities to keep you engaged. Overall, I'd say Clash is doing okay. But hey, let me know what you guys think. Again, down in the comments, I'll make sure I read every single one. And thank you once again for sticking around all the way to the end of today's episode. You are the true hashtag Galafam, and now it is your turn to get out there, make the best of the rest of your day, week, month, and year, be kind to other people, animals, and the planet. I'll see you back here again tomorrow for more Full Attacks.
Galadon, you said Clash is in trouble. I thought maybe it had been naughty or something. You know, naughty.